let's talk about one of the most important strategies that most people miss or they skip and wait to the last of the designing process to figure out, which is manufacturing versus print on demand for your journal, your workbook, your planner, whatever it is that you're creating that's a printed product. This is one of the most important decisions that you are going to make. And I'm so happy to talk about this today because I've actually started a journal business made by the word where we create luxury, high quality journals through a manufacturer, but that's not where we started. We actually started on Amazon utilizing their print on demand. The reason why this matters now is because when you understand which execution strategy you are going to choose, this is going to save you so much time, it's going to save you so much money, and most importantly, it moves you out of the planning stage and gets you into the producing stage. Because unfortunately, if you do not decide this now, it's going to affect your timeline, it's going to affect your design, your pricing, your delivery. It matters beyond measure, beyond what I can even explain. And by the end of this episode, you're going to have clarity on which option you should take and what you should move forward doing. Because again, the strategy when it comes to creating a product for the manufacturer versus creating a product for print on demand is going to be an entirely different process, because with print on demand, you have less flexibility, and also they have certain measurements that you have to take, whereas manufacturing route, you have so much flexibility that you can do anything. So let's get right into it. What is print on demand? Print on demand is a platform by Amazon which allows you to upload your product design onto their platform. They'll create it for you and they'll post it on their website. So whenever someone orders, they'll ship the product for you. They take a lot of the heavy lifting, but just know when you go through print on demand, you won't have a lot of the fun choices that a lot of us who go through a manufacturer have because of the nature of this product being on print on demand. But what I will say is that it's very low risk. It costs no money to start, and you don't have to ship anything. Let me make this plain and simple for you. There is no upfront cost to print. It's made per order. You have less control over the design, the format, being able to have packaging. You have lower profit margins, and basically what that means is you don't make a lot of money on the receiving end because they are paying for the production costs, and they're also making you pay a royalty fee for selling it on their website. They ship directly to the customer for you, and this is the fastest execution strategy. So what is a manufacturer? A manufacturer is a company that creates custom goods for you to sell. And whenever you're ready to go through the manufacturing route, make sure you click this video on the screen where I talk exactly how to vet a manufacturer, communicate with them, all the things that you need in order to move forward with that option. So with a manufacturer, you're ordering a lot of products up front versus print on demand where it's made by the order. So what this means is basically you're ordering 100 pieces of quantity, 500, 1,000, 5,000, whatever it is that you are deciding to move forward with the manufacturer. You pay a higher cost up front, but you make way more money on the back end. And if you decide to go this route, this also means you have way more creative freedom. For example, this is a product that I designed and created through a manufacturer where I got to customize absolutely everything from the thickness of the pages to this bookmark to the linen fabric to the gold embossing. I had so many customizations that I wasn't able to do through print on demand. If you decide to go the manufacturing route, this means that you will also handle shipping, so you can go through a 3PL or you can ship the product yourself, which is what you see a lot of founders do online, which isn't entirely scalable. But if you are a small business, you are more than likely able to ship it yourself. But you want to think like a CEO. Think like a business owner who is going to scale this journal business, scale this planner business, which means you're going to be able to scale quicker when you have someone helping you ship the product out. Another big difference is if you go through a manufacturer, there's a longer lead time to launch. So with print on demand, you can create your product in 3 days, upload it to Amazon, and have the product in your hand the next week. There are pros and cons to print on demand and going through a manufacturer. You just have to choose what works best for you. I'm going to pop up a picture on the screen so you can see a side-by-side breakdown of what I'm referencing. So for print on demand, there's no upfront cost, fast to launch, lower margins, less control, great for beginners. And then the manufacturer, you have a higher upfront cost, slower production time, which could take anywhere from 30 days to actually create the product and 60 days total for it to actually get in your hands. And then there's higher profit margins, as much as a 90% profit margin. So for example, your product could really be $5 and you're selling it for $45. That's going to be a really high profit margin of how much money you're actually profiting from that product. It's great for scaling. You can do custom packaging if that's what you desire. This is what I tell my students and what I tell my clients. It's truly just going to depend on where you are in your business, if this is something that you can actually invest in. Of course, I have strategies on how you can actually pay and sell your product before it's ever created. So I'll make sure to drop that in the comments for you to grab. But it's truly about being honest with yourself and where you are. So if you have the capability to invest in a sample product and then start selling it before you create it, then do that. If you have the personal branding to do that, then do that. If you already have clients, already have a business, I'm telling you, do it. But let's say you are starting from square one and you just want to test out the product that you're creating. Do that. That's where I started. I want to show you an example of what it looks like to go through print on demand versus the manufacturer. So this is my journal, Best Believe, which is the print on demand version, and this is the manufacturing version. So as you can see, this is two totally different products. One, you can recognize the sizing difference. Amazon does not have the A5 sizing of the journal that I originally wanted, so I went with this one. When you go through print on demand, they're going to automatically print off this barcode if you don't have one. And so if you're on TikTok Shop and you're scrolling, or if you see someone promoting a book and it has this sticker imprinted on it, this barcode, that's how you can tell if someone's product is made on Amazon or not, which I did not like that. You know what I mean? But it's not that this print on demand is bad. It's actually really good. I got the matte cover. It's super soft, but when you write on the pages on the inside, they are super thin. And my assumption is that it's 80 GSM paper. And when I'm referring to GSM, I'm just talking about the thickness of the paper, or even 60, whereas this is 100 GSM and this journal is 120 GSM. So you're able to do all those customizations, whereas this one, I wasn't able to have half of what I have in here. Also, something that holds people back is they want to do Amazon, but they don't like that they can't choose the packaging up front. For example, when I went through the manufacturer, I was able to design these custom boxes. When I went through the manufacturer, I was able to design this custom handbag for my journals to go in. But I didn't start there. I started with them sitting in the dusty Amazon package. So I don't want that to hold you back. Truly, just start where you are, because that's going to be the most important thing that propels you forward and accelerates you forward. If I didn't launch this first on print on demand, I would have never known that I needed to make changes in the journal to change it up. I was able to test the product. I was able to refine the product based on first publishing through Amazon. I noticed that I didn't ever use the nighttime reflection inside of this journal, so I removed it. And if you notice, by using the new Best Believe journal, if you've had both, you'll notice it's an entirely different layout. I added so much more to it, and it's just so much better. So this isn't all or nothing. This is start where you can and then progress as time goes on. Before you have the most amazing rest of your day, I just want to briefly cover shipping options if you do decide to go the manufacturing route, because this is a part of understanding the manufacturing versus the print on demand. Because again, print on demand, they ship the product for you. Manufacturing, you ship it yourself. That's one option. You can go through Amazon FBA, which is where you send your inventory inventory to Amazon and they will fulfill it for you. And when I say fulfill, I'm just referencing they will pack your order and ship it for you, which does still allow you to have your own packaging and still have a higher profit margin. You would just pay a fee every month. Or you can go through a 3PL, which is basically a warehouse in your area, or you can find something like Saltbox, which is what my clients use in order to house their product, and they ship it for them without all the extra hidden expenses that most 3PLs provide. My encouragement to you is to just start. Start where you can. Be honest with yourself, because if you go through the manufacturing process and then you realize, wow, this isn't actually where I'm at, then you're going to feel discouraged. Then you're going to start pushing it off even more, when it's like God called you to do this. That's why you're watching this video. God placed it on your heart to launch a journal, launch a planner, launch a workbook, launch notepads, whatever it is that he called you to launch, and you're trying to understand which route to go. And so I want you to use wisdom, and with wisdom means applying the knowledge that I'm telling you. And I'm sharing all of this with you from experience. I was that person who really wanted to go through the manufacturer from the very beginning, and I couldn't, because I just didn't have the means, and I didn't have the wisdom to even know that all I really needed to do was start with $200. But I didn't know that. And that's a whole nother topic, which goes all the way into sample products, which, oh my goodness, I love talking about sample products. It's one of my favorite things. Like, you see the final product of my Best Believe journal. You see my final product of the Just One More Day journal, but you don't even know where we started. But that's because I ordered sample products and I was able to perfect the product along the way. So I pray this blessed you. Let me know in the comments if you're still here. I want you to post a green emoji and let me know what was your biggest takeaway, if you're going to be using the manufacturing route or if you're going to be using the print on demand route. And don't forget, I do have my program, Printed Product to Profit, where I teach you the step-by-step on how to create your product in 30 days or less. It doesn't matter which route you're going, because I walk you through step-by-step for both sides, whether it's the manufacturer or print on demand, again, because I've done both. I'm not like everyone else who just sticks to print on demand and promotes that. Like, I believe that both options are great. It just depends where you are in your journey. And so again, I pray that this bless you, and I can't wait to see what you come up with. I love you. Bye.